Hello YouTube, this is Retta. How are you doing today? I'm going to do a reading. Sorry I haven't been on in like a couple of weeks since the night of my birthday. My back has been out. The weather has really messed with me, and I don't take pain medicine like I did before. I really don't. So I try to do, my pain management and stuff more naturally, which is hard. But this time, this weather, when it rains, or even when we get really bad snowstorms, but when it rains, it really messes me all up. So that's why I haven't been on since it started the night of my birthday. So I haven't been able to sew. I haven't done anything. But trying to get, only thing I've been doing is trying to get back. I've been miserable for the last, what's it going on, 2 weeks? But in this time, I've been like on, I don't really watch TV. I watch YouTube and different videos like that. So this whole Gabby Petito, I'm not sure if I'm saying it, Petito, and the Brian Laundrie thing has been like covering everything. And then you get some, hosts like Joy Reid. Oh, this is racist, it's white, why don't they check black, for blackness in women like they do white, and this and that. I think there's a storm for everything. Like right now, there's so much going on geopolitically and politically that this is a distraction. Not saying that, they can focus on like this. A lot of the news thing can focus on this instead of focusing on all the horrible things that are going on in this administration and hiding things. So if you focus on this, that's one thing. Second of all, she is like many of us. Like some of us are YouTubers, and the YouTube community is very big. And even though we may never have watched her videos or whatever, I may have watched her. She looks very familiar. So I don't know. I may have come across. Sometimes I watch those nomad type videos. But I think that, why it struck into so many people is because it's like she could be any of us. A YouTuber, doing this nomad thing. A lot of people, would love to, me and my sister talk about it all the time, would love to, get in a car, have a RV and travel and stuff like that. So I don't think this is about race or anything. And, some things race just don't need to be in. This poor young woman lost her life, and we need to like put the racial bull crap aside, and they're trying, a lot of people are trying to make this about race and stuff like that. I think why a lot of people are, like really glued because of their YouTube. She's a young lady. I didn't realize, right? And she's a pretty girl. And the majority of people are good people. So when you see this, we have a lot of internet sleuths and crime channels. And I watch a lot of crime channels and stuff. And we all want to solve something. So this kind of, feeds into a lot of people's, wanting to do something, and some people have different skill sets. And like this is a way for them to do it. Scoured videos and stuff like that. Find clues. So I can see why this has become a big global story. I feel bad for her family. This guy, the parents aren't really being forward. And there's one or two things, I come from it as a mother. Like if God, I don't even want to put that in the atmosphere, but, if one of your children were, committed a crime, would you stand by them, through everything? And some parents would, some parents is, that's my kid, and this and that. And So it's a very, sad case. So I'm going to go look into it. Sorry, I've been rambling. So Brian, I didn't realize, because there's some channels or some news outlets that were saying that they were kind of like childhood, like high school, maybe sweethearts, or, but there's a big age gap, between them. I didn't realize. Hopefully I got the birthday right. Where his is July 3rd, 1984, which is making him what? 37, and her birthday's in 99, which makes her 22. So this is like what, 15-year age gap? So there's no like sweetheart young love like they were high school sweethearts. So I don't know where that came from, because it's a big age difference, but I can understand the age difference of him going for someone younger, because he's the Hierophant and the Temperance, and the Hierophant likes control. They like things done a certain way. But the problem with that, when things don't go a certain way, is the Temperance. Their emotional imbalance. So they can actually have an imbalance, meaning like a bipolar or something like that. Or that things can just strike them and they have an emotional imbalance. And they could, use alcohol or whatever to kind of fix that imbalance or whatever, or they can just be emotionally imbalanced when things don't go their way. So they could get angry, some people can get angry, some people, get anxiety, this and that. This year was his Lovers and Devils. So this is the year that all his bad attributes were like really, all his bad attributes were coming out to play. Like all the little devil on your shoulder and this and that is coming out to play. Also, it's his lovers, so it's about his choices he's making, the relationships he's in, and the little devil on your shoulder. And with the lovers and the choices, and then the Hierophant, if things aren't going the way that you intend them to go or want, because you need that control, it could cause an imbalance. Maybe he was always had a mental imbalance, or maybe this exacerbated it. She was the Lovers and Devil. And the Lovers and Devil is someone that kind of, they're looking for love in all the wrong places, and sometimes they'll put their partner's needs before their own, because they see themselves loved through their partner or through other people. And even like through her subscribers and this and that, her putting her life out there on the road and stuff, is validating, okay, I'm a good person, or okay, I'm of worth, and that's the problem. Sometimes the Lovers and Devil, get into wrong relationships and stay in wrong relationships because they are looking for that missing part of them and not realizing it's always been within them. It's always in them. But they look for that love and affection and justification and kudos and everything through other people. And but this year was her Magician year, so I could see her doing the van life, I could see her doing that because this was her Magician year. This was her manifesting year. Anything was possible. Anything was possible. Many changes, coming up on top. So she was all about it. But for her to be sporadic this year and manifestation and constant changes going on, for someone that needs control and organization, this would really put him off balance. He is probably the wrong person to go on some nomad, trip on or whatever with other people, because he can't control other people. He can only control himself. So it would really exacerbate if he did have a mental, a problem or emotional problem. This would exacerbate. Also, going into 2022, if he is alive, and stuff, I'm seeing that maybe her justice and stuff will come in 2002. So if he's alive, is he going to hide out till 2002, or is a trial going to start, or something in regards to the police going to start in 2002? Because in her energy for 2002 is the justice and judgment, meaning public opinion, the legal system. It's also, very spiritual. And his 2002 is the Chariot and the Tower, meaning being so stubborn, going full steam ahead until until everything collapses. So I want to just see the energy around. First, I want to see the energy around their last day together. The energy around Gabby and Brian's last day together. I want to use a couple of decks here. Energy around the last day together. Before she disappeared or whatever, their last day together. Rest and rejuvenation. So this is showing someone out there in the woods meditating. I happened to see a video. I think it was Dateline or something, and they actually had a picture of a video of Gabby talking and getting out the van and showing, and she looks over, and you can see Brian in this same type of pose meditating. So the last day together was like he was, acting or, trying to meditate and rest and rejuvenation. So it probably really wasn't this, they probably were stopped somewhere. This was also the heart chakra. So this was the center of chest. So this is love and connection. So you see these colors are still the same, codependency, jealous. So the energy around them is the heart chakra. And you can also see in this picture where it was green too. And it's the center of chest. So it's balance. Remember, I keep talking about balance. He was in balance. Whether him not having control and organization of things going on causing him imbalance, or he was already had emotional and mental imbalance already. And connection, and it says excessive codependency and jealous, possessiveness, poor boundaries, shy, lonely, isolated, bitter, compassion, balance. So that's like the card. That's what this card is saying in regards to the heart chakra. And awaken an inner force. And you see so someone came from being calm to being like aggressive really quick. So something inside, he went from calm to he went from 0 to 10 real quick. 0 to 10. So, and it had to do with, jealousy, codependency, possessiveness, poor boundaries. And remember, he's also dating someone that's 15 years younger. So she's not as, even though she's a beautiful girl, she's not so self-assured. She's still, a kid, basically. To me, I'm 46. To me, that's a kid. In my 20s, I was dumb. Especially my early 20s. So in 37, you're getting into, for him to want, she was more sporadic, and spontaneous, and he wants organization, so he could go to 0. So something that day with boundaries and codependency, and maybe earlier in the day he was trying to meditate it off and center himself because he has this imbalance. But all the bad attributes of a relationship, the codependency and all that was really into play. And remember, she had that issue too because she's the lovers and the devil, and she puts other people sometimes before she puts herself, And he went from 0 to 100 real quick. So let's just see. This is the last day of them, you know, the last. So to me, this is the art. This is the planning of something, but it, like the thought process of like their trip and everything was put on hold. So this card's upside down, right? So this is someone that's putting out a plan, the artist, you know, someone that's ready to put, you know, something together, you know, you two putting something together, but unable to. So like the plan and everything, what they were doing, the video, it came to a halt because it stopped. Dominion. So this is the two things coming together, clashing. So I'm thinking the two of them came together. Their plans, their thought process, and their talks was clashing. So I'm seeing maybe argument. One wanted dominion over the other, or he wanted dominion to make the choices. And maybe she's more of the artist. Remember, of okay, I had this plan, let's go on to this, let's go do this. And I heard that she wanted to go to like Yosemite or something to meet up with one of her friends. This was maybe in her plans, but he wanted to control the plans. So this is like, I'm controlling the plans, I'm controlling what you are putting on paper, I'm controlling what you're doing. You know, you can't finish this project without me. I'm controlling it. It's my dominion, you know? So there was a argument or aggressive, you know, they were fighting maybe over what they were going to do next. You know, what they were doing next, the plan next, you know. Underneath that is the temperance, the imbalance. Hopefully there was no drinking involved. I don't know. He's already imbalanced. He doesn't need, you know, and they just weren't playing the same tune. You know, she was on one level, he was on another. Remember, he went from 0 to 100, quick to anger. And this is the imbalance. So God forbid, hopefully they weren't drinking or he wasn't drinking, because, you know, it would make it worse. So they weren't playing the same tune. And see, one guy is sitting and one guy is standing up. So it's telling me that one wanted dominion over the other. What I want, my song is stronger than yours. You know, you sit down and you follow me. Let's see. The last year, things haven't been good for like the last year. Things ain't been good. I don't think that Gabby was herself for the last year. I think even if she had friends or something, maybe she kind of felt alone, or he's feeling alone. You know, for the last year, you know, things weren't, there was some help that needed. And I heard that they live with the parents, and the parents would have seen this. You know what I'm saying? The parents should have seen this. This was showing that the last year wasn't good in their relationship. And this says aid. Like there was some aid that needed to be, you know, given. Someone was going through something. Maybe he was getting really, you know, depressed, or maybe something mental was really hitting him in the last year. And he needed aid, or, you know, maybe she needed aid. The last year things weren't good. There was a lot of fighting and aggressiveness and isolation in the last year. Hindsight, did he dig a hole? So to me, this was hindsight is 2020. You know, if I would have known this, I wouldn't have done this. And look at this guy has like a hole and a shovel, but even though he had the hole in the shovel, it's open. It's like he didn't hide it. So did he not really, maybe he tried to make an attempt to hide her body but really didn't, and hindsight is 2020. But look, he's smoking a cigarette afterwards. So whatever he's done or whatever he's digging, he's not really, you know, feeling sad about it, or, you know, whatever. And it's still showing me the red energy. Separation. This was their last day. This was over. This was done. This is separating. So the last day was this whole dominion, the fighting of what they're going to do next. And he wanted control, and she wasn't kind of she still wanted to beat in her own drum, even though he was like, mine's better idea. I want to do this. He wanted full dominion. He wanted her to obey. He already had it in balance, you know, and this was the time that they separated. You know, it was done. It was separated. So there was a separation that day. So this is that day, the last day. So yeah, something happened. You know, was it a head injury, or did he stab her, or did he hit her in the head? The separation, I'm just seeing. Or that was the day he decided to go our own ways. They might have even had a fight saying, you know, I'm leaving you, I'm going to leave you, or whatever. That it was a separation that day. Escape. He's trying to leave. Maybe even she tried to go away. You know, she could have tried to leave. And he wasn't hearing that. Maybe she tried to go away, or he tried to leave her. And, but that day was a separation. And maybe he's escaping. You know, after that separation, he's escaping. The servant. No information is coming out. Like no information is coming out. He's not bringing the information out. They're not bringing, his family's not bringing the information out. You know, the star, public, you know, the star, everybody's watching this. Everybody's waiting for the information, but the family, him, they're not putting the information out there. And all eyes are on them. TV, everything is on them. And the world is watching. There it is. Everybody's watching. Everybody's watching. So that was the last day. Okay. So is this Brian Laundrie? It's hopefully, let's see. Hopefully I think I have like 9 more minutes. We'll see. Let's see, Brian Laundrie. Because, you know, they're looking for him in Florida, in the, I don't know what the heck, is it a marsh or whatever? I forgot what it's called. Okay, let's just see. Let's just see. I didn't really see any regret there. You know, he was kind of relieved after the, you know, I'm seeing him smoke a cigarette. Not that he smokes, but the card showed. So that's kind of showing me like, like a relief. You know, I'm a smoker. So like when I get stressed out or something, the first thing I do is go smoke a cigarette. And it's like, you get that cigarette and you're like, you know, you calm your nerves. So after he kind of, you know, did what he did and tried to, he didn't really dig a hole. I don't think she was, I think that she was able to be seen. So if he did like put her in a hole or dig a hole, he didn't really cover it. Or wherever he put her, he really didn't cover her that much. So there's that. So let me just see what's going on now with him. So I don't know. Hopefully, I'm not feeling whether he's alive or dead. I'm not really feeling that. So energy around him now. He's still out. Well, it's like he was out there, but this card's upside down. But could be all the cards. Who knows? But it looks like the nomad. Is he still out there? Nomad, but no real path, no real plan of where he's going. He's just out there. Look, he got a little bag. You know, they're on the train track, but where you going, you don't really know. Energy around Brian now. Light. So, is he enjoying the spotlight? Is he enjoying, you know, all eyes on him? Let's see, where is he at now? The Chariot. You know, remember I said going into 2022 is the Chariot energy. You know, being stubborn, going full steam ahead to your own demise. That's where it's at now. Is, you know, feeling like this person's feeling like they're in control. I'm in control. The fighter, I don't think he's dead. I don't think he's dead. I think he's out there. And he's still ready to fight. He's still ready to go out there and like intellectually, you know, still fight for his freedom or for whatever. He thinks he's powerful or he's stubborn enough to do that. The world is watching. The world's watching. I don't think he's dead right now. The lovers, that relationship is over. It's over. The lovers, it's over. The Sun. He's remembering the good memories of her. Which is weird is that he's in a good mood right now. You know, he's in a good mood. He's living in all of the memories. He's remembering the good memories. I'm hoping he's not drinking or the imbalance. He's remembering I don't think so. I don't know if he drinks or has a problem. The Empress, he's, you know, the forbidden fruit, you know, the woman, the forbidden fruit. She was abundant. She was fertile. You know, she liked it, the forbidden fruit. She liked it to do things outside the box, question things. Playing the dice. I think in the future information is going to come out. I think that a woman knows more. I feel like this woman has kind of, I don't know if it's the mother or what, you know, knows more. A woman may come out and talk more about it. I don't know if it's the mother, but it's a woman older than, you know, Gabby. I wonder, is anybody from his past relationship or anything came out and talked about it? Wheel of Fortune. The Hangman. Things are stopping, or he's going to hang himself. So I think that there's going to be change things. It's either he's going to hang himself or do something in the woods. I don't think he's dead yet. Despair. The anxiety, mentally. Dissatisfaction. Defeat. I think eventually, that the isolation, the mental illness is going to, remember, he doesn't do good with all these changes. He's kind of like rolling the dice and taking chances. I think that's in the future. He's going to roll the dice, take a chance. I wonder who this woman is. And I think she could bring out some information. I don't know if it's an ex or something that's going to come out. I think if he is out there going towards 2022, that's when he's going to be found. I think that there's some changes. I think that he could I'm looking to see, because I'm not seeing any like death card or anything. Completion. So I do. I think I see the Hierophant, which is in jail. Oppression. I think he's alive. I think he's alive. And I think he's going to eventually go to jail, but I think it's going towards 2022. The energy going towards 2000. I mean, we're only in October. You know, 2022 is right around the corner. I think that he has some really mental issues. And I do find that, but I also see this person, depression, you know, if the law doesn't get him, then I do see maybe he does kill himself. He goes out in the coffin. So whatever, around going towards 2022. So justice is going to be kind of found going towards 2022, whether justice as in the law where they're going to get him and oppress him, or he's going to be dead. So I wonder if that makes sense. Anybody else have any questions? Put them down. We can look at some more of what's going on in this reading. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.